will never believe what just happened.
Well?
The new editor of the Port Charles Herald just called me and he's got an assignment for me.
Oh, great. Terrific.
It's to interview the Prince of Malkuth, but there's no way I'm going to be able to do it.
Huh? Oh, I wouldn't say that if I were you. I mean, the prince is here because of what happened, and you were a big part of what was happening, baby.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. I mean, just for a second or two. I mean, you were threatened, right, by this cult of his brothers, and then you were tortured by one of the goons, and if that isn't enough, you found a bomb on board the boat, threw it overboard, and saved a whole lot of lives.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. It won't make any difference.
I wouldn't be so sure. I get the feeling he's very well filled in.
Yeah, I mean, don't be so quick to shun it. I mean, approach him on a professional level.
You know, you could try tonight right after the award ceremony.
Why not?
Well, it's my best shot. Anyway, I better get dressed and get going. Do you guys know what this could mean if I could get this interview with him?
Why?
Could mean a staff job on a paper. Wish me luck.
I never thought of that.
Hi, Jeff. Oh, hi, darling.
What a minute, Dad.
Hi, you are absolutely, positively going to swoon when you see what Delphina has chosen for me tonight.
Huh?
I guarantee you the prince will absolutely lay his life down for me tonight, darling.
Oh, I'm really starting to pity this poor jerk.
Yeah, me too. Typhoon Tiffany's heading straight for him, and he doesn't even realize it.
It'll be a refreshing change for him, darling, believe me.
Well, it will be a refreshing change.
I'm sure all the women in Malkuth wear black veils and no makeup and probably frown all the time, run around barefooted. I'll just show him what he's been missing.
Yeah, well, you want to know what I think?
The voice of experience screams asunder.
Yeah, well, I think you're selling out to that chump prince.
Oh, darling, you are so young.
What does age have to do with this?
I like him.
Because, darling, if you were older, you would know that I am not selling out. I am merely buying in.
All right, I'll
Now, if you will excuse me while I go prepare my little bank account. Excuse me, darling.
Goodbye.
And prepare to faint.
Oh.
Now you go on.
Hey, come on. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it is. Oh, no, kid. Come on, kid. Now, don't do that. Listen, Robert and I have seen Tiffany gird her loins for battle before.
Indeed.
She places, but she rarely... she shows.
But she rarely places.
That
That's
horse. Besides, I think she's a beautiful woman, but I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take you with us to the ceremony. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm going to get a nice pair of jeans and a T-shirt. Give me a break.
No. We can improve upon that. We'll dress you to the nines, starting with a bath.
Or a 10.
Yeah.
Yes. You will sparkle, my boy. You will give the old Prince-aroo a run for his money. I'm ready to give it to him. All right, well, let's give him a drink.
Indeed.
There's a drink on him. Drink time.
Ta-da!
Well, look at you.
Do you like it?
It's something else. It's quite a dress. Your hair looks great. You look really beautiful.
Well, I spent hours looking for this dress at Delphina's. Then I went and I got my hair done and my whole makeup done. I decided to make this evening very special.
Well, you look quite stunning. The only question is, do you know where you're going yet? I mean, maybe you're a little overdressed.
Well, I figure the way I look now, I can talk Joe into taking me just about anywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true, but,
Hello?
Hey there, you're just the person I wanted to talk to.
Excuse me, I've got to check my roast in the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Well, what do you think?
What?
About the way I look, silly. I just want tonight to be perfect. I went out and bought this dress and everything to make sure everything was special.
It's very nice. It's really terrific dress. You look exquisite in it. But it's about tonight. I'm not going to be able to make it.
What?
I'm going out of town. I won't be back until tomorrow, so we're going to have to postpone our dinner date.
Wait a minute. I've gone to all this trouble. I spent my whole day getting ready for this date, and you just casually walk in here and tell me you can't make it?
That's right. It's business.
Oh, fine. Business. That's just marvelous. You'll just do anything to avoid being with me, won't you?
That is not the truth, and you know it.
Well, just a date with Heather anyway. It doesn't matter. I mean, tell her it's business. I'm sure she'll understand.
Will you just stop it? I told you I'm going out of town. It's business. I'm out of town.
Is that the best excuse you could dream up, Joe? I mean, going out of town?
It's not a dream. I'm going to be going out of town. I told you I am sorry. Our date tonight is off.
If it's so important that you can just tell me to drop dead, where are you going?
I don't think I'll tell you.
Oh, well, then I was right. It is an excuse.
No. But I will tell you this much.
if you're going to behave like a shrew, I'm going to start treating you like a shrew.
Are you going out of town or aren't you?
Yes.
Then where?
I'm not going to tell you. But I will explain this much to you before you start shooting off your mouth again. I do not owe you one explanation for anywhere I go or anything I do. Now, I told you tonight's date is off, and that is that.
How dare you? How dare you treat me like
Because you are not my wife, so stop acting like it.
Yeah, Mr. Kelly, there you are. Your car is waiting.
Heather, you certainly look lovely. You going somewhere special? I've already got my bags all packed. We're ready to go. Oh, yeah, sure. Bye. Bye, Heather. Well, that is quite an outfit you have there. You look very, very appealing. Well, why, thank you, Scotty. That's very nice of you to say that. No, think nothing of it, Heather. You look very alluring tonight. Oh, how nice of you to say that, Scotty. I mean it, Heather. You do. You really do.
Did you want to order something, Scotty?
No. Not right now, Rose. Yes, Heather, you look very good. You know, you look so good that it reminds me of this debt that you owe me. You remember that debt, don't you? Of course you do. That's why you're all dressed up like that, because you wanted to surprise me, right?
For you? Oh, you've got to be dreaming, Scotty. I happen to be dressed up because I have a very important date with Joe.
Joe's a very lucky guy, then.
He thinks so.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Well, so you have a hot date, huh? Where are you going on this date? Someplace special?
Well, I think it'll be pretty special.
Yeah, I bet it will be. That's why you're dressed up like that. It's too bad, though.
What?
It's too bad you have a previous engagement because I checked my social calendar tonight and it's blank.
Well, mine's not.
I know you said so, but it is too bad because tonight would be a real good night for you to pay off your debt. So, you change your plans?
Aren't you listening to me, Scotty? I said Joe. Joe, you remember him? He's coming over to pick me up. We're going on a date. He's going to be here any minute. If I were you, I'd leave.
Yeah, Joe, Joe is a very lucky guy in more ways than one.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he gets to do all kinds of traveling and stuff like that because I know for a fact that Joe is going out of town tonight and he won't be home until tomorrow. So tell me about that hot date of yours.
Scotty, why don't you just leave me
No.
alone?
I'm not going to leave you alone until you deliver. You know, now I don't want to hear any more of these stories or anything like that. Heather? All right, let me get to the clincher, all right? To use an old phrase here, is it going to be your place or mine? Well?
It certainly can't be here.
Yeah, I see your point, so it's going to be the Croydon. So let's go.
Wait a minute. Are you saying I have absolutely no choice?
Well, no, you don't, but I don't think you really want one. So, this is going to be a night to remember. Come on.
And now, Your Highness, Luke, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to suggest, I'm delighted to suggest we enjoy some refreshments.
Oh, thank you. I always said you deserved a medal. That's my Luke.
Girl, too, you always Your Highness, may I present my Aunt, Ruby Anderson?
This is certainly a pleasure.
Luke has made it clear to me how much your presence here means to us.
Oh, yes.
Cheers. Oh, may I present? Excuse me,
excuse
darling.
me.
Jackie Templeton.
A pleasure, Miss Templeton.
I hope you'll feel the same way after I make my request.
A request.
Yes, sir, I am a reporter, and I would be very grateful if you would grant me with an interview, even if it were a brief one.
It shall be my pleasure to be interviewed by you, Miss Templeton.
Do you really mean it?
I do indeed. Why don't we go over there where we won't be disturbed?
Thank you.
Care for a canopy?
Why not?
I think so.
Your Highness, I realize speaking on the record is a very rare exception for me, so I will avoid asking you the obvious questions that will offend you. But I would like to say I am one that likes to get to the point.
I like someone who is direct, Miss Templeton.
Thank you. I would like to talk about your country, but first I would like if you could elaborate on your reason for being here today and give me a little background on your relationship with your late brother David.
I loved my brother, and I am grateful for the memories of our last early years. David was possessed by evil in his last years, and I must say that was not always so. My regret at what he did is profound, especially to someone as lovely as you, Miss Templeton.
So then you are aware of the fact that I was involved with him.
I try to be fully informed, Miss Templeton. Now that I see you, I am aware not only of your youth, but of your beauty as well. And I can only regret your suffering the more. This is not meant to be recompense for all that you endured, but rather my way of saying, you have touched me deeply.
You're very kind, Your Highness, and most generous. Thank you.
Excuse me, Your Highness.
Excuse me, Tiff, why don't we move over here? They've got some really great-looking food. I think it's caviar. Yeah, beluga.
If I may make a suggestion, Miss Templeton, it is a little difficult to come to know each other under these conditions. Could we meet later and continue in private?
Your Highness, I would be very delighted.
Then it shall be arranged.
Your Highness, I'm dying to know more about Malkuth. I have so many questions, I really don't know where to begin.
Perhaps one day you will visit my country as my guest. I would be happy to escort you on a tour.
That would be delightful. There are a lot of things about Malkuth I would like to know thoroughly.
Begging your Highness's pardon, but the mayor is eager to have a word with you.
Of course. One of the great tragedies of my life, Miss Hill. Whenever I'm in the presence of a beautiful woman, invariably I get called away. Excuse me.
Something like, but not quite like a fortune cookie.
Well, I see he gave you a little trinket.
Isn't it? God, it's just beautiful. Oh, I see you have something very similar, a little smaller, but all the same, it's very pretty.
Well, thank you, John. It's a mite smaller, but I always said that it's the sentiment that counts.
Is that what you always say? Isn't that interesting?
So, tell me what happened. Did you get the interview?
Well, we got started.
Hey, it's time, I think, for you to take your Aunt Ruby home. Huh?
I think it's a wonderful idea, and I think it's a good idea if we all split this joint, okay?
Oh,
Do it very formal, lots of curtsying, bowing, kissing hands.
Very proud of it.
Isn't it beautiful?
You know, I think you may be right. It could be just a tad larger, but... My goodness, is that 18-karat gold?
Yes.
Well, actually, I haven't waited, but don't despair, as Robert said. There's still hope. Excuse me.
I'm certainly aware of that. You certainly will be.
Beer's on the house.
Hey, Rose, did you see my Luke's medal?
Are you kidding? The minute he walked in the room, it's beautiful.
Not bad for a piece of junk jewelry, huh? The only thing is, where am I going to wear it?
Hey, listen, you should wear it in your club. And when you reopen again, of course, that is. Hey, how's the work coming over there?
Well, Rose, slow but sure.
I heard they made a real mess of the place.
Well, they sure did, but we're lucky because the World Security Bureau is going to pick up the tab.
And Luke and the others are doing all the work, so he's money ahead.
Hey, you can't knock that now, can you? Oh, excuse me.
Sure.
Yeah, listen, let's drink to the medal, shall we?
Okay. Cheers.
High in the south.
You know, I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to have money ahead, you're right, you know, but I don't know what to do with it.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
Yeah, I guess I will. But it's kind of like my life right now. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I mean...
You want some advice from your old Aunt Ruby?
Well, of course.
Why don't you relax? It might do you some good.
Relax. I wish I knew how to do that. You know, the Malkuth thing was tragic, but it was active, and I don't know what to do now.
Well, I think I do. In fact, I know something else about you also.
What is that?
Somewhere down the road is another great, big adventure waiting for you, and you're gonna find it.
I hope so.
In the meantime, I'm gonna relax. It might do some good.
Yeah.
While I still can, at least.
What do you mean, while you still can?
Well, you're here and you're safe now. Lord knows what's gonna happen tomorrow. My darling.
Come on, Robert. You know I am just doing my job.
Yeah, I know. You just... Where'd you get this?
Isn't this great? Laura, let me tell you, this is something that Laura loves, all this kind of junk.
Incidentally, where is Laura? She missed the ceremony.
Oh, she decided to stay on the yacht and keep an eye out on the people that work there.
Well, lucky her. But where'd you get the trinket?
A token, end quote, from His Highness.
You're getting just like Tiffany.
Isn't that a touch snide, Robert? I mean, not just about me, but about Tiffany. Honestly, I'm really surprised to hear that from you.
Well, I surprised myself a lot lately. But understand that Tiffany's Tiffany, you are you, and never the twain shall meet. However, I thought you were different.
You are serious, aren't you? Come on, he gave me this bracelet because we had a great interview and a good rapport.
You had a great interview and a great rapport. Sounds good. Happy for the both of you.
Touched jealous?
No. But, all right. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sounding like a self-righteous boob. I'm sorry. I'm ridiculous.
No, you're not ridiculous, but like I said, you are showing signs of being a touch jealous.
Is that what I'm showing signs of?
Well, it's okay. I mean, it is normal.
Maybe normal for you, and maybe normal for the guy downstairs on the desk, but not normal for me.
Now what are you doing?
It's what I'm not doing. Air conditioning the room with my mouth. Get on with your work.
Yes, sir.
This place is kind of a dump. There's no room service, but could find you a drink.
No, thanks.
Just trying to make you comfortable.
If you really wanted to make me comfortable, you wouldn't have insisted I come here with you.
Well, if you feel that way about it, what if I said you were free to go?
You mean I could just walk out of here?
Listen, I've done some pretty lousy things in my life, but I have never, ever forced a frightened, unwilling, beautiful woman.
So you're saying that I could leave now and you'd consider the debt paid?
Let's just say I was testing you. You passed the test. So you can go if you want to. Do you?